Okay, so let's start with Namo Tassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Okay. I hope you all have print out, Don't rely just on the screen. So later, if you all can make your own notes, it's more beneficial. Okay. All right. Now, what we do is remember that this is actually something to do with our life, especially with our thoughts, our the way we perceive things in our sixth sense base. So all these I get some from the fundamental Abhidhamma, some I get from this comprehensive Abhidhamma, and for further explanation, I get from the handbook of Abhidhamma. So you all please refer to the appropriate book, all right? Because the book actually has so many things to say. Actually, it's quite impossible to finish the whole book. All right. So I just take some essence for this basic level. For this basic level, it's only about something to do with our life, about when things coming to our six sense basis, the objects. Is I didn't put anything to do with jhana or enlightenment. All right. So I leave it for intermediate level because I think it's also we will not see how the jhana uh, cognitive process, all right, in our life, all right, not in the daily life. So this is called VT, all right. Sometimes the other translation we call it thought process, but about thought process, if you translate in this way, it's actually quite misleading because you thought is to do with thought, but it's better use the word cognitive process is how we do the connection when objects come to our mind, right? So there are six category, Watu. So for Abhidhamma, please try to remember the Pali. There are a few reasons because the English has lots of translation, and also there's first reason is difficult sometimes to match the English translation with the Pali. So might as well you learn Pali. Okay. Another reason is when you learn from any Burmese monk, because so far Myanmar is a stronghold of Abhidhamma. Of course, now a lot of Sri Lanka monks they come to Myanmar, like those institute of Theravada. They actually come from Sri Lanka all the way to Myanmar. They study in my university. They also teach Abhidhamma in Sri Lanka. All right, but Myanmar is considered the stronghold of Abhidhamma. So the Burmese monk used to say everything in Pali. So, so if you start to learn Pali and English, it will be beneficial for you long terms. Okay. So Watu base. Okay. Bracket here. Okay. Watu base. Door. Okay. Door is very easy. Dwara. Object. Alamana. So alamana has two meaning. One meaning is hang. If you check the dictionary, alamana, the meaning is hang. Like the mind hang on the object, so called. So another translation, direct translation, aramana, object. Okay. Consciousness, vinyana. All right. So we must pronounce the word vinya. This one pronounce N and Y. So vinyana, consciousness. Consciousness is vijnana. Chitta is also consciousness. But when to do with this six sense basis, we don't use the word chitta. We use the word vijnana, right? So process is viti, okay? And presentation of object, visaya. I think there's typo mistake, so sorry. Pawati. You delete one via if you print out, okay? Pawati. Visaya pawati. Okay. For the consciousness to arise, the conditions are base. So they must be base or door, quite same. Base and door are same. Object, medium, and after that you need attention, right? Then there will be consciousness to arise. So base we call watu, or another word we call it ayatana, right? Like chalayatana, six bases. Do, dwara, object is aramana or aramana. Arambana or aramana. Aramana is better for object here. And then the medium. Medium is kind of like a channel in between consciousness. All right. So for I, you got Chaku Pasada. So Pasada, you already see this Pasada in the Rupa. So we call it eye sensitivity, where it's a sensitivity part in your body, in your eye to receive the object. So Chaku Pasada is retina. So you can write down yourself. So Sota Pasada. So I will just skip the Pali. So if you like, you can fill in yourself. Sota Pasada, Gana Pasada, Jiwa Pasada, Kaya Pasada, Hadaya Watu. Sota Pasada is a ear sensitivity. Gana is nose. Jiwa is tongue. Kaya is body. Hadaya is heart, right? So we call it Hadaya Watu. Sometimes we translate as the direct translation will be heart base. But actually Hadaya sometimes is another word, maybe we call it the seat of mind. So you already studied this in a lupa side, okay? Hadaya Watu or seat of mind. So Chaku Pasada, Sota Pasada, Kana Pasada, Jiwa Pasada, Kaya Pasada, Hadaya Watu. Okay. Or if you want to use another Chaku Ayatana, Sota Ayatana, Gana Ayatana, Jiwa Ayatana, Kaya Ayatana also can. Or Sota Watu. So that's why there are many different Pali. But I think you all know the meaning. This is a five sense door and this to do with the mind door. Now you got door. So remember in Abhidhamma, we already learned the meaning of door. Okay. So just for revision, ask you all. Anybody know why do we call it door? Anybody who still can remember? Okay. Anybody can remember why do we call it door? Okay, quiet. Okay, Chai Hun, start with you. Why do we call it door? Huh?
I cannot remember, but I think it's a contact point. Sense.
Sorry? What contact point? Not contact point. What's the purpose of the door in your house? Can you tell me? Why do you need to a door? Why don't you just have a windows in your house?
Uh,
Uh,
to huh? to accept
to accept what?
to accept the object.
Yes, okay. Door, one thing is to accept the object. And also another thing is to for your idea to be expressed out. Okay. But actually main thing will be to accept the object because Chakut Dwara will accept the object rupa. Sota Dwara accept the sada sound. Gana the nose accept the ganda, the smell. Jiwa tongue accept the taste rasa. Kaya is body, except the potaba. All right. This is all you already learn in Lupa. So it is kind of like just division here. Okay. So you just have to learn the Pali also. Another meaning is for our idea to go out. So remember we had two vinyati. Two vinyati is considered as door. All right. Yeah. It's a vinyati like for the our bodily action and our mental action, bodily, and then the wachi means our verbal action to express out. So that's also considered as door. But here the door is to do with the object, for the object to come into our sense. So imagine if you close your eyes, can you see something? You cannot see something. Why? Because the chakut dwara, your door is closed. So how can you see something? So if you really close your ear, then your sada sound cannot come in. So when you close your nose, gana dwara, then you don't get the smell. Okay. If your tongue has some maybe you have fever or whatever, you cannot have the proper functioning. So you cannot have the taste. So the dwara is not functioning. All right. And your body part, certain body part it does not have the sense of touch. For example, your fingernail is something. So this is a revision of rupa. Okay. have I do recording already? Not yet. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Medium. Now this one we already learn in Lupa, so we just revision here. So you got the eye, you got the visible object, you need a light, then your eye consciousness will arise, okay? And so also the ear, the sound, the space, the nose, the what? The smell, and then you need the wind to carry the sound. Okay, this is revision of the rupa, so I just mentioned it. And here you can write down yourself. So I chaku vinyana. So you can write down sota vinyana, gana vinyana, jiwa vinyana, kaya vinyana. All right, mano vinyana. So write down yourself. So then you write the eye consciousness, ear consciousness, uh, this nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness. Then the process, you just write the word chaku vinyana and you plus the word viti. Viti is the cognition process, all right? Then sota vinyana, viti, and then so on. Just write down, fill in the blank yourself. Okay. So it's kind of like for you all to practice writing the Pali. Any question about this? This one should be easy. Okay, there are six sense doors and six sense objects. Based on the contact between the sense door, so the door here, the door means actually same with the base, and the sense object, so six consciousness will arise. So six viti, this viti, okay, will arise in the sense door, and different viti will occur depending on different objects. We'll see types of object later. All right, any question? If not, I'll continue. All right, now Chitta Vidi. Now, here is actually, we need to know what we say so-called being is actually made of Nama and Rupa. So then the Nama have their own process, okay? So then the Rupa also have their own process. So Vidi in Pali means cognitive process. So a mental process is called Chitta Vidi. A material process is called Rupa Vidi. So in the life of being, so we have two type of process, mental and material, mostly run side by side without interruption. This means that when your mind is working, the chitta viti, but at the same time, your body also have their own process. So they are mutually support each other. Okay, in a way, they are also related to each other. So that's why they say mostly run side by side without interruption. Right. And now is something, if you are a new student to Abhidhamma, this will be very interesting for you all. Now, what is the difference between the chitta and lupa? So lupa means material, right? So the term lupa means material is said to be 17 times longer than the lifespan of chitta. So the lifespan of chitta here is is here called a moment, right? A consciousness moment or thought moment. So that's the term here, chitta kana. Chikana is very important terms you will learn here, right? So this is called, like for example, they say how long is the chitta? All right, so it's just one moment. So we call it chitta kana. Kana is direct translation from this. We translate to the word moment. Chitta is chitta, so we can translate this word consciousness moment. Okay, it's better than the translation of this thought moment. So chitta moment called chitta means consciousness moment. We call it chitta kana. It's actually very, very brief. How brief? In a moment you snapped your fingers, or in a moment you blinks. It is said, this is said, who said it? By the commentators, all right? They are in those sort of moments, how many you have? Billions of thought moments. So billions of chitakana. Billions of thoughts moment in a very short moment, like we call it, we snap a finger, or when you blink your eyes. Okay, when you blink your eyes, when you blink, yeah, the eye, your eyes, better, right? So when you blink your eyes, how many things? Billions, okay? Billions of this chitakana. So what is the lifespan of chitakana? It's very, very short, very, very short. So indeed, if we say what is our life is actually just a chitakana, very short moment only. But the lifespan of Lupa, you must know this, is 17, all right? 17 of this Chitakana. So very easy. Lupa lifespan is 17 of Chitakana. So you can just highlight these 3 points only. Very important. Okay. And then we continue. I put the Chinese here. It's not that I translate. It's beyond my ability, but I use the Noble AI to help me translate. I modify some parts. Okay. Now, I think the use this top moment. Okay, I think maybe instead of top moment, I prefer the word cautiousness. Okay. Maybe instead of use the word, just copy the body is better. So, so this is it's better put the Bali. So each top moment. So each of the chitakana top moment or consciousness moment. So so better put the word consciousness better than top. So it has three sub moments. So this is very important. Sub moment. Okay. So each chitakana had three sub moments. So the first is called upada, arising. Second one is td, present. Third one is that, or I think this is that is better. Bangga. All right. So in Bali, we say one chitakana has three sub moments. We call it upada tidi bangga. So it's very easy to remember the Bali. Upada tidi bangga. So the mind will arise and then it will stay for a while. It's called present and then it will fall down. Okay. So if you want to draw something, if you can draw where you just free like this. Okay. Very simple. Uh, they're supposed to arrow on top. So like this, okay? And then there's another arrow going down like this, okay? Upada TD like this. This too short. So maybe we draw a better one. So like this. So Upada, then you got the TD, okay? And finally you got another one, Banga, like this, all right? So this means that the mind only, like we say, in one blink of eyes, there are billions of chitakana. And chitakana divided to three sub-moments, and they are very, very short moments. So you can look for the volume 2. I hope I type the page number right. 6. Mm, okay. Okay. Now, just now we say the lupa is 70 moment, but not all the lupa, only 22 lupa have these 17 moments. Okay. Except the two vinyati, the intimation and the lakana. Lakana is actually just like a rising, steady, and then decay, and then disappear, anicca. Right. So this one you have to refer to lupa. But basically, it just say that not all the 28 lupas, only 22 will have this 17 uh mental moment. Now you can see the English translation change. So that's why it's very confusing. Sometimes they use the word top moment because I copy from the book here. So sometimes they use the word top moment, sometimes they use the word conscious moment. Now it changed to the mental moment. So we just put back the Bali. All right. So 22 rupas have 17 chitakana. All right. And how you get 51? Very easy. 17 times 3, you got 51. So that's why we call it, you have 51. So now you can see there's all these numbers already, right? So 22 out of 28, only 22. And then they have 17 moment, and 17 moment times 3, you got 51 sub moment. So in between, the one that stay in between is only 49. Why 49? Because you have to minus the beginning moment and then the end moment. So when it start to arise, you don't take it. When it end, you don't take it. So they are 49. Okay. So means 51 minus arising sub moment, and then minus the last, or we call it how decay. Maybe death. Maybe decay is better. Disease. Just the last sub moment is better. The final one, okay? Final last, or last final. So this is the arising, means the first. So when you minus the first and last, so you got 49. So there's also another numbers. Okay, here we just study a little bit, not to say it's important, but at least you need to know how you get all these number. All right. So first you got the chitakana. So one lupa has 17 chitakana, and 17 you times 3, you got 51. And 51 you minus the very first one and very last one, so you got 49. So you can see all this. That's how, why sometimes we say Abhidhamma got lots of numbers, but the number is for us to get things accurately. All right. Now, viti. That's another term called viti and viti mutta. So a mental process that runs with the present object coming into contact to one of the 6 mental bases is called viti here. But viti mutta, right? It's a mental process that runs with the object. Okay, karma, this one, the condition of karma, actually here didn't put down. So it's like we learned before, it's called karma nimitta. And the sign of destination, gati nimitta. So they are manifested, the gati nimitta that is manifested just before that in the previous life. All right. Okay. So this Viti Mutta is free from present activities and related to rebirth, Bhavanga, and death. Later we'll study what is Bhavanga. So this is called Viti Mutta, process free. So this means that it is something that not to do with our sense though. It is the first moment in life, rebirth, and in between our life and in between of the mental process or connection process, we also got Bhavanga. And the last moment before we die, so all this process we call it viti mutta, right? Process free, because it has nothing to do with our sixth sense, with our sense object. So nothing to do with the sight, the sound, the smell, with the touch, and then with the thoughts. But it's to do with this one, okay? This thing we get it from the previous life. Remember in previous life, so we either take the karma nimitta or gati nimitta, right? So this process is called viti mutta, process free. Anyway, the key word is, it is to do with these 3: rebirth, bhavanga, and death. Nothing to do with our normal cognitive process. So this is, we call it viti mutta, process free. Okay, so far, any question up to here before I continue with the simile? I think we can finish this chapter in another 1 week or 2 weeks.
Sayaji, this is Shinning. Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
On the Rupa side, right? You said 49 sub moments. Do all the 22 material qualities happen at the same time?
No, they will not happen at the same time. Remember lupa? Lupa means that for lupa is, now some of the lupa will happen if you got eye, ear, nose. Of course, your eye, ear, nose might can say happen at the same time, because as long as your eye is there, so there will be lupa, the chaku. All right, but not all will happen. Okay. We can take it like the sound. The sound is not happening all the time. The sight also not happen all the time. Okay, because the sight is not coming. Like for example, you close the eye, we can say that the sight is not coming, and then the smell, the lupa is not happen all the time. So we cannot say all the 22 lupa happen all the time. Okay.
But
Can you
then
get
why do we, talk about this 49, 51 and the 49 sub-moments
that
here?
is for the generally for the 22 for this 22 generally.
But they don't happen at the same time, right? So there will be situation
No.
whereby there are only like a few
They will
material
come.
qualities,
Yes.
uh,
The
a
22
few,
if we call it the at most. We call it at most, generally or at most figure. At most 22 might happen at the same
okay,
time, but not all. Because you think yourself, the sound will not happen all the time, right?
yeah,
Even
yeah,
like
I
smell.
understand that. So I just want
Okay.
to understand
Yes.
that there are times, right, where there are
Yes.
less than 49 sub-moments.
Yes. No. 49 is as long as we call it just now, remember we have this, sorry. Uh, okay. As long as you have this, sorry, why is, yeah, I think the num lock is on. As long as you have this rupa viti, right? So you got this one, all right. As long as you have this rupa viti, then there will be just now the 51 sub moments.
Okay, understand. Okay,
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 yeah. As
thank
long
you.
as this runs, okay, this one will run by itself. Then the cognitive process, the chitta viti also will runs by itself. So they are separate, but they are actually, you can say, they are actually supposed to run side by side, but not all will happen. So generally, when Abhidhamma, you can see all these numbers, we can say is a possibility. Okay,
Okay,
possibility.
thank you,
For
thank you.
example, when you say karma nimitta, and gati nimitta, these three will not happen. Okay, even like you take the object, like previously we say somebody see the pagoda, so he remember his action, or he remember offering the flower to the pagoda. So even we say these three, but only one might happen. So generally, Abhidhamma will tell you something generally, or we call it at most, the maximum that might happen. All right. So we can take it this 22 is maximum might happen. All right. Okay, good. All right. Now this is just introduction. All right. And now we are going to learn about all these. You already see the charts with all these 17. Okay. How these 17, if you print out, you will see all these 17, how you get all these 17. What is actual process will happen to allow this 17 take place. And then according to uh, the commentator, they give a simile of mango. Because I think people, because we are talking about cognitive process is something very subtle and very fast of occur in our mind, we also will not cannot catch the idea. That's why the teacher, the ancient teacher refer to elders, Thera or commentators who study Abhidhamma. So they write this example for us to understand how the process, cognitive process, the witty process might take place. Not to say, of course, not to say you need to have mango all the time, okay? So mango is just upama, simile. Okay, now we invite the student to read, so to set my voice. Okay, Shinli, you can read this one, the English.
Similarity of mango. The ancient teachers of the Abhidhamma illustrate the cognitive process occurring in the sense doors with the simile of the mango. A certain man with his head covered went to sleep at the foot of a fruiting mango tree. Then a ripe mango loosened from the stalk fell to the ground, raising his ear. Awakened by the sound, he opened his eyes and looked. Then he stretched out his hand, took the fruit, squeezed it, and smelt it. Having done so, he ate the mango, swallowed it, appreciating its taste, and then went back to sleep.
Okay, now when you read this, can you imagine in your mind the process, the whole process about this mango? Can you?
Yes.
Okay. So how many process do you think you can take place? First, he sleep. The next action is something that fell down. All right. I think this one, something like this. And then there's a fell down, something
Yeah.
it actually kind of like fell down or and then disturb
Hit
something
the,
like that. It's like making a sound. Then after that he wake up. Then what?
he
Open the
opened his
eyes.
eyes, he looked,
Then look at it. Right.
then he stretched
Then
his hand,
stretch out.
took the
Look
fruit,
it. Yeah.
squeeze it,
Squeeze it.
smell it,
Smell it. Okay. Then after
ate
that,
it,
yeah, add it. Add it.
swallow,
Okay, swallow it. I think this one can this one. All right. And then go
went
back
back
to
to
sleep.
sleep.
Okay. It's an interesting simile, but you can see the process of how he appreciating the or use the word taking the mango, enjoying the mango, right? So this is interesting. So without this simile, I think it will be difficult for us to see the thought process or cognitive process. We use the word Bali word viti. So somebody sleep, then the mango fell to the ground. He heard the sound. He wake up, open the eyes, look at it, reach out to it, take it, squeeze it, smell it, then he eat it, appreciating the taste and go back to sleep. All right. So there's a mango simile. It's very interesting also. Okay,
Saiji,
now,
Saiji,
yes.
I have a question.
Yeah,
The ripe mango loosened from the stalk, right? Actually, the loosen is not his process, right?
I think it's one of the process.
It's
Loosen.
uh,
It's actually
it's
it's not his process.
yeah.
The mango loosen fell to the ground. It's not his process, but it's something to do with mango process. So this one we see in the Bawanga. All right. So okay, let's go and study the Bawanga. Okay. Okay, now we can see this one. All right. So okay, you want to read this? Yes, Shuni?
Okay. Yeah. Here the time of here the time of the man's sleeping at the foot of the mango tree is like the time when the bawanga is occurring. The instant of the ripe mango falling from its stalk and grazing his ear is like the instant of the object striking one of the sense organs, for instance, the eye. The time of awaking through the sound is like that of the five-door averting consciousness turning towards the object. The time of the man's opening his eyes and looking is like eye consciousness accomplishing its function of seeing.
Okay, so we have here is upama, we call it the simile, and the first one we have is bawanga. There will be so when the man sleeping is like bawanga. Okay, so it's falling down, the sound of falling down. When the mango like falling down, of course, then it's like raising means it make a sound. Okay, so we can say it's like striking, or actually it's talking about the five door everything. Maybe striking the one of the sense door. All right. Then you have the eye. Uh, no, this is like you have the five sense everything. All right. So you're turning to it. Okay. Then he opened the eyes, so you have the eye consciousness. He opened it, he see it, so the eye consciousness. Okay, next person. Uh, so Sister Chin Si In, can you read this one? Okay, I think she not following. Okay, so okay, if not, well, let's read the next person. Oh yeah, yeah, you can read Sister Chin Si In. Yeah.
Um, the time of stretching out his hand And taking the mango is like that of receiving consciousness, receiving the object. The time of squeezing the fruit is like that of the investigating consciousness, investigating the object. The time of smelling the mango is like that of the determining consciousness, determining the object. The time of eating the mango is like that of Javana experiencing the flavor of the object. The swallowing of the fruit while appreciating its taste is like the registration retentive consciousness, taking the same object as the Javana face. And the man's going back to sleep is like the subsidence back into the bhavaga.
Bawanga. Okay, thank you. All right. So he stretch out hand, take the mango. So this means it's receiving consciousness. Then he squeeze it means he try to investigate it. So now after he take the mango, how do you know the mango is ripe or not? So by squeeze, by when we squeeze the mango, we know the mango is ripe or not. If the mango is not ripe, it will be hard. If the mango is a little bit soft, it means it's quite ripe already. Then after that, he smell it. So now when you smell the mango, you will know that is the smell is good means that the mango is not rotten. So if the mango is a rotten, then the smell is not good. Then after that, he eat the mango. So this is another one we call it jawana, consciousness. Then after that, he's running, appreciating the taste. So we call it retentive consciousness, right? So this is important. It takes the same objects as the jawana earlier on. So far you can see the one that really experiencing the object is jawana. Okay. Before that is all you got investigating, you got receiving, investigating, determining, but the jawana is that the one that really enjoy the object. So when we see later on the 17 this moment, jawana is the one that create the karma. You can say take it like this way. So after that, after jawana not finished yet, then they have another one that take the same object. So we call it registration or retentive consciousness. In Pali, we call it tadaramana. Then after that, you go back to sleep, it's like bawanga. Right? So you can compare this process and the earlier simile. Yeah. So it's actually the sound that when the mango drop down, actually it's like making the sound, make him wake up. Okay. Yeah, okay. If we don't put it, also can because it already have the awaken by the sound. Okay, so we can just, if we don't want to put underlines, okay. Okay, because awaken by the sound is refer to sound of the mango falling down. All right. So by the similar of this mango, we can see the process here. Right. Now we call it chaku dwara viti. Chaku is I, dwara is do, viti is a cognitive process. 眼门心路, okay. Viti is called 心路. Why we call it actually viti, the meaning of viti is direct meaning is actually a street, like when the Buddha going on or the monks they go to the street to go for alms. So it's used the word viti. So actually the meaning is like a street. So it's like a place where people go one by one, one by one. So that's the meaning of street, or means that when we say a street is you just continue the one direction. Okay. So in this one, you have this chitta, viti chitta, to do with the condition process, to do with the chitta. So now we just now we see the word bawanga, bawanga, bawanga. This is just a short picture about the process going on. So later there will be more diagram. So anyway, there will be bawanga is to do with maido. So then the object go to idol. All right. When the object, so actually you can say the object appear at the maido and all the idol. So there will be this process. So you will see all this process later. J is a jawana. The last one is a tadaramana. Okay. So you will see all this later. Anyway, there will be 17 process. So remember we say the lupa, right? The object of the top process. Now you can see now they go back to this top process. So I say better don't use the word cognitive process better. Okay. So lifespan of the present visible object. So what will come to our idol? Okay, visible object means that the sight we see. So it's a 17. So this one refer to lupa. So the lupa we mentioned already just now. The lupa is 17 chitakana, all right? So got moment. So just remember the word chitakana better. So there will be 17 of them, right? Now you can see how we see the process, okay? Now here is in detail already. What is the actual process happen when you see something? Okay. So Sister Go, can you read this one? This one and this one.
Yeah. A mental process in idol runs as follows. A person opens his eyes, then a very great visible object comes into manifestation in the sensitive eye after having passed one mental moment. So the mental moment is a bhavanga moment, and that bhavanga is called a past bhavanga, atita bhavanga. The bhavanga chitta cannot be aware of a present object. Its object is the object of a mental process at the time of death in the previous life.
Okay, right.
Mhm.
Now, so the first chitta, when you see the diagram, you see all this diagram later, all right? So the first chitta, we call it the atita bhavanga, past bhavanga, right?
Yeah.
Though actually there are three bhavanga, past bhavanga, vibrating bhavanga, arresting bhavanga. You see later on the pages. So the first one is atita bhavanga. It's actually the first one that happened. But this bhavanga it does not take it's actually nothing to do with you can say because bhavanga is something to do with our past life. We already mentioned just now. So something to do with past life is means that it don't take the object of this life. No? Now why it doesn't take object? Because bhavanga is to do with our past life. So it continues the object from the past life. So if past life is either one of the object there, so it just continue because Pawanga nature is not the active type. Pawanga is very we call it very passive, right? So you can see if people draw a diagram, they always put the Pawanga. This first one is Atita Pawanga. They draw the Atita Pawanga, past Pawanga down there because the object is belong to the past life. So it's very we call it very passive. And what is Pawanga? Okay, I think I didn't write here. Okay. All right. So you can write somewhere here. All right. So what is the meaning of bawanga? Okay. The word bawanga. Bawa plus the word anga. So life plus maybe part, right? So we translate bawanga as a life continuum. So in fact, if we translate that, it's really continue our life moment to moment. When there's no any sense object, so it just continue the life. So without it, actually, we can say the life already terminate. It runs all the time. Okay. So it's kind of like stream. So later I will explain it again. So it's kind of like stream. Sometimes we call it the stream of life, where it's running all the time. As long as like for example, you can see this bawanga. I think this chart is can I. So you can see this bawanga is actually running all the time. It's only when the object comes, then it will stop for a while. After that, it will run all the time. Okay. So in between the one process, cognitive process to another one. So we have bawanga. It operates all the time. So sometimes we call it the stream of life. So when the object come, then the mind actually rise up from the bawanga and start to take the objects like this process. Okay. Then after that, it go down to the bawanga again. So what is bawanga? Bawanga is actually it's kind of consciousness that you have when you are sleeping in deep sleep. All right. So when you're in deep sleep, you are not, let's say when you're not in deep sleep, you don't have the active mind, but your life is not terminated because this bawanga is running all the time. So that's why the meaning is life continue. I think you have to read some of the books. Let's see if I didn't put in here. Let's see. So whether I can find it somewhere here or not. Okay, this one. All right. Maybe we better read this one. Page 123. All right. So 123. Okay. Right. Okay, somebody read this one. Sister Sumitra Khan, can you read this one? This onwards on number 2, Bawanga.
Number 2, life continuum bawanga. The word bawanga means factor anga of existence, bawa. That is, that indispensable condition of existence. Bawanga is the function of consciousness by which the continuity of the individual is preserved through the duration of any single existence, from conception to death. After the Patisandhi Citta has arisen and fallen away, it is then followed by the Bhavanga Citta, which is a resultant consciousness of the same type as the Patisandhi Citta, but which performs a different function, namely the function of preserving the continuity of the individual existence. Bhavanga Cittas arise and pass away every moment during life whenever there is no active connective process taking place. This type of consciousness is most evident during the deep dreamless sleep, but it also occurs momentarily during waking life countless times between occasions of active cognition. When an object impinges on a sense door, the bhavanga is arrested and an active connective process ensues for the purpose of cognizing the object. Immediately after the cognitive process is completed, again, the bhavanga supervenes and continues until the next cognitive process arises. Arising and perishing at every moment during this passive phase of consciousness, the bhavanga flows on like a stream without remaining static for 2 consecutive moments.
Okay, thank you. All right, now you all get a better idea. All right. So the keyword is when there's no active cognitive process taking place, you have this bhavanga citta. So what does it look like? So example, you are in a deep sleepless night, right? You will have this bhavanga. So nighttime when you are sleeping, you are not dying because the bhavanga is still running, especially in a deep sleepless night. But in between the active connection, so in between you also got lots of bhavanga. So like just now, so when the object appear, then the bhavanga will stop. Then the object continue. Then after that, when it finish, you have the bhavanga. Okay. Then another object appear, then the bawanga will stop. Then after that, when you finish, then you go to bawanga. So bawanga is like we call it very passive type of mind. Sometimes they call it, some English translator they use the word subconsciousness. Right? But I think it's not really quite correct also. So we just remember what the bawanga as bawanga. That's the easiest way of remember. All right. So for information, you need to look at the comprehensive manual Abhidhamma, page 1 to 3. All right. So I just write down. So 1 2 3. Okay. So the visual object comes into contact not only with the idol but with the mind also. Here bawanga that precedes awajana. Awajana means the later you see this everything. All right. So means everything. So all the bawangas are said to be the mind door. So what actually is mind door? So some they say bawanga is the mind door here. All right. So you can say bawanga is mind door. What's the meaning of mind door? Mind door means where it come out from the when the object start to appear in our sense door. So it must come out from the bawanga. So bawanga take it as a door here. So appearance of visual object in the mind door makes the bawanga chitta itself the mind door vibrate and cease. There are two bawangas. So you have two bawangas. The first one is atita bawanga, past bawanga. Then the second thing, the two bawanga appear will be vibrating bawanga and ceasing bawanga. So in Pali we call it bawanga charana and bawanga upacheda. All right. So if you look at this like this, so you have one bawanga, two bawanga, three bawanga. The first one is called past bawanga, atita bawanga. Second one will be vibrating bawanga charana. The one will be bawanga upacheda, arresting. Okay. So there are three bawangas in when we see something here. Anyway, you will see in the diagram later, right? So any of the diagram you can see, there will be past. Number one, pas atita bawanga. Second one, bawanga charana. Arresting bawanga, bawangup pacheda. So it's a combined bawanga and upacheda. So we call it bawangup pacheda. So these three bawanga will appear. So after it stop, then there will be the next process, fido everything. Right? Okay, so we will stop 5 minutes, then we'll continue. Okay, so after the three bawanga pass, right? Okay, so you got the bawanga, atita bawanga, baranga, charana bawanga, upacheda, or pass bawanga, vibrating bawanga, ceasing bawanga. Sometimes this one, upacheda, they actually translate another translation. They call arresting bawanga. So that's why the different English translation. Yeah. So vibrating bawanga charana, bawanga upacheda. Upacheda from the word chit, no? Chindati. Chit is a cut off. So after that, then you have Fido. All right. Attending consciousness in a Fido. Another translation you can write down is a Fido everything. So they also translate in this way. Fido everything. Okay. Pancha Dwara Awajana. Right? Fido everything. Yeah, I think there's a one dash in between. Fido everything means it advert to one of the Fidos, right? So here we are talking about in a idle process. So it pay attention the present visible object then being seen, then it sees. All right. After the Fido everything, then you got the ear, eye consciousness that see the object. So only at this point the object is being seen. by the Chakku Vijnana, right? Now, what is the function of five door everything? So we can see just now the example is like the mango one, okay? Like five door everything expressed as turning towards, all right? Turning towards the object. So the function of five door everything. So like the man, he awakened to the sound. So he start to wake up already. So this the one that Chakku Vijnana is one consciousness that see the object. All right. Then there will be another one that Sampatichana that receive the object. Then the Santirana is investigating, inquires about the same object. All right. Then Uttapana. All right. So it's the one that determines the object. So how to remember this one is very easy. After Fido, then there will be Ido. So after that, I remember very easy RID. So RID, receiving, investigating, determine. So you just need to write down acronym RID. So easy to remember, right? So receiving, investigating, determine. So RID. So after that, there will be Jawana. So remember we say Jawana is the one that really enjoy the object, like the man he eats the mango. So Jawana, the purpose of Jawana is really experiencing the object. So there must be at most, we use the word at most, because not all the time. At most, sometimes it can be 5. All right. So here is 7 times, at most 7 times only. 6. Now, so Jawana, different translation also. One is dynamic. So one call it impulsion. So we just remember Jawana, all right? So 29 Jawana from the Karma plan. So how you get 29? Okay. I was thinking this is a number. 12 plus 8 plus okay. Bagus. Yeah. Maybe I think the calculation is wrong here. Yeah, it's 29 Jawana. I think it's a wrong calculation. You cannot do a search. Okay, I'll come back to numbers. I think this number is wrong because 29 Jawana cannot be Kusala or Kusala. This is not Jawana here. Okay, we come back to here later. So just put a question mark here. All right, so after that, there will be Tadaramana. Tadaramana also different translation. So we call it retentive. Sometimes we call it registration. Okay. Sayadaw Dr. Nandamara prefer the word retentive consciousness. Tadaramana. It's a 11 Vipaka Chitta. So it's a 3 Santirana Chitta and 8 Mahavipaka Chitta. So it actually arises twice after the Jawana. Okay, then this 7 Viti Chitta runs with present object. After that, object disappear and Bhavanga arise again. Okay. What we do is we go for the last page here. Okay, we come to this here. So you got the Bhavanga, 3 Bhavanga. Pass. Okay, why we have to pass? Because you remember Bhavanga is like, we call it the factor of life. It runs all the time, right? So when we see something, it cannot stop immediately. So one Bhavanga have to be passed. Okay, so we can read this one. I think it's difficult to do a search here. How come today is not? Never mind, it's okay. Today, because these few days the Wi-Fi is very bad. Okay, all right. Anyway, so after the three bawanga, atita bawanga, bawanga charana, bawangu pacheda. So there will be one that turning to the object. You call it finder everything. Then there will be eye consciousness that see the object. Then they will be receiving, investigating, determining. So I remember RID, so easy. So the Jawana will happen 7 times. After that, remember Jawana is the one that really enjoy the object, experience the object. But after that, the object does not disappear. So it is actually kind of like still under this Tadaramana, all right? So we call it retentive 2 times. So this happen when the object is very clear or very clear. So we call it Atit Mahanta, which happen at this cognitive process in the idol. So Chaku Dwara Viti in this idol. Okay. All right. So any question about this? Just for this process first, okay? So you just need to remember there are 17 of them. Now the question is why there are 17, all right? Why there are 17? Because we mentioned already, one lupa will happen 17. So each of them is only, each of these 1 and 2 and 3, each one is a chitta kana, lifespan of one chitta. But for one lupa, like the visible sight that we see, like you see a dog or cat, it will last for 17 of lifespan of one cheetah. One cheetah lifespan is only very brief. Okay. So all this one is one lifespan, another one lifespan. So the lupa will happen up to 70.
Sorry,
So this,
Sanji.
yes.
The cheetah got 3 sub-moment. So when this
Mm.
17 times 3 finish, the 3 sub-moment finish. The cheetah finish.
So
Very
So
confusing.
if you want to you want to put some moment, you can draw yourself. Let's see. We draw a circle. Okay. So one sub moment. Okay. Copy. Another sub moment. You just have to draw dot 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 by yourself. Okay. So this. Sorry.
This is sub-moment of the lupa or sub-moment of the cheetah.
Cheetah has 3 sub moment. Remember,
Uh-huh.
one cheetah has 3 sub moment. Okay. So if you put one, and you put another one. Yeah, it's very difficult to adjust it. And you put another, so it's very difficult to draw like this. So you had to draw dot 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 3 times. So maybe I try another way. All right. So let's see. Okay. So take it as this is 3 sub moment of one cheetah. Okay. So another cheetah also 3 sub moment. So this also 3 sub moment. This also 3 sub moment. Can you see? Sub moment and 3 sub moment. So the first one is the very first moment. So you draw the whole thing until dot 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 until the last, very last also you put the dot 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 3 sub moment. The last one also got dot 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 3 sub moment. So the last one will be the 51 moment.
So the 51 sub-moments equals to 17 cheetah.
Yeah, 17 times 3 you got 51, right? Okay, so this is the first sub moment. Yeah. Okay, so this is the second sub moment. So this is the third one. 4, 5, and 6 all the way. Right, and the last one will be so 51.
But
Okay,
now we are
clear or not?
talking about the
This
cheetah
one is the
process.
a lifespan. This is 17 is the lifespan of one lupa. When the eye sees something, okay, when the eye sees something, so the object is, what is the object? Object is what? Object is lupa. Lupa is we call it what? Lupa. Lupa here means it's a visible object. Okay. So this visible object, what is the lifespan? Okay. 17 the chitakana. Can you get?
Okay. Okay.
So this is only one chitta, okay? This like past bhavanga is one chitta. Vibrating bhavanga is also one chitta. Arresting bhavanga is one chitta. So all the chitta have different function. So eye consciousness is also one chitta. Receiving is one chitta. So the lifespan of one chitta is only one moment, one chitta khana. But the rupa, the object, the visible object appear in our idol will have 17 finish exactly at here. So if you count 17 times 3, how you get 51, right? I hope our mathematics is correct.
Okay.
Right? 17 times 3, how much? So 21, yeah. 51, right? So this is the first where the lupa appear, and the lupa will disappear at the last 17 moment. So at the 51 sub moment. So the lupa means our visible object, the one that you see something, it disappear at the final time. Okay, can follow?
Okay.
So you have to do the dot 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 yourself. If you want to do dot all the way 3 sub moment. So another one,
Okay, lah, it's this.
3
I
sub
know.
moment. You just have to draw yourself, okay? All the dot dot dot, because it's impossible. It's very difficult for me to fit everything into one piece of paper. So I just put the like J2, J3 to represent the jhavana happen 7 times, and the retentive, or we call it tadaramana. All right, okay? Can you follow, Chai Hun?
Yeah. So then it says the it runs for 7 times of the javana before it ceases, right?
This normally should refer to this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So it
1,
can
2,
be like less
3,
than 7 also
5,
can,
6,
or it
7.
must be 7.
Yeah, this one will less than 7 when at the moment of death, because of weak of the base, our body is weak, and then heart base is weak. The death moment is 5. Javana is not all the time 7. Sometimes it can be 5 also. Right. Okay. Okay, now all right, so we are talking about this Tadaramana, right? So Javana is the one. Later, let's see, this 29, 12 plus 8 plus 5, Mahakusala. I think this calculation wrong. So 8 Mahakriya, and then plus the Hasitu Pada, I think. Hasitu. 12 plus 8. 20. Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry. So please change if you print out, please change it. I made a mistake here. So 29 Javana. Javana is the one that active, that can experience the object. So will be 12 Akusala when somebody, the object is do something bad. Mahakusala and Mahakriya for Arahan is Mahakriya, and the smiling consciousness. So you got 12 plus 8, 20. Yeah, okay. So please change it when, if you print out, I made a mistake here. Different calculation. Okay. So that's why to learn Abhidhamma really take times. Have to remember all the numbers and how you get the numbers 29. So please change it if you print out, okay? So 12 Akusala plus 8 Mahakusala, 8 Mahakriya Hasitu Pada. So these are called 29 Javana Chitta. So Javana is the one that can experience the object, all right? So Akusala will experience the object. Mahakusala also, when you do good, will experience the object. Mahakriya for Arahan, and then Hasitu Pada, when the Buddha is smiling, okay? Now, the word Tadaramana, okay? We already mentioned it takes the same object with the javana. So it actually made of 2 words, tat aramana. Okay. You know the word tat. Tat is from the word tam aramana. Means literally the meaning is a dead object. So it actually take the same object of the javana. So this means that when the javana runs 7 times finish, so even though it's experiencing, so it is still kind of like like just now when you swallow the mango, you eat the mango, even you swallow the mango, it still have the taste. So it's like still enjoying. You can say enjoying, but it's not strong enjoy like the jhavana. So that's why the translation called retentive. Tadaramana, that object, tadaramana. Okay. All right. So you have this is the first one that will happen, 7 of them. So very easy. You just measure 3 bawanga. So 3 bawanga, after that there are 5 do. Where your mind start advert to the object, then there will be idle. Then there will be something, 3 of them start to, in a way, start to receive, investigate, determining. So I always remember RID. Then the jhavana will happen 7 times. Then the retentive will happen 2 times.
Sally here. I want to ask, let's say if the jhavana is 5 times only, that means the remaining 2 will be retentive. You mean retentive got 4, correct? That means 17.
Not really, not really. It happens at that moment. Okay, so let's see. Hours. Okay. Yeah. All right. So actually this for not for this time, okay? For anyway, that at the mind moment, it only happened 5 times. So Tadaramana still maintain as 2. Okay. This one is supposed to be next lecture, right? But for our normal eye, ear, nose, tongue is only 5 times. So Tadaramana normally happen 2 times. Okay. They are kind of like loose here. All right. Jet. All right.
Okay.
All right. So what we do is, I'll go to this page first. Okay. So we already mentioned the 7 javanas when the object is considered as a very great object. All right. Okay. Now, what if the object is not very great? All right. So you can see here there are other process. Okay. So I will skip these pages first. Okay. Let's see. Let's go for this 6 presentation of the object. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of great object and not great object? Okay. This one. All right. Somebody read this one. Sister, uh, okay, Lee Guat Ngo, can you read this one?
Okay.
Okay, yes. Right, you can read this one. Can I hear you?
Cannot hear me. Now can or not?
No, yes, now can hear you. Yes, okay.
6 presentation of object. The words great maha and slight parita are not used with reference to the size or grossness of the object, but to the force of its impact on consciousness. It refers to the number of process cittas, viticita, that arise from the moment the object enter the avenue of a sender until the moment of the presentation of the object to the consciousness. A similar principle distinguishes the presentation of objects in the mind door into the clear and the obscure.
All right, okay. Now, when we say the word maha, great, there's another one, parita slide. So you'll see later. It's not talking about the object is big or gross. It's talking about how impactful, how impactful it is to our consciousness. All right. For example, let's say maybe you see a fire. Okay, the fire might be very far from you, but it's very bright. Okay, so it might be very far, but from far you can see a fire. So the impact to you is strong. Like you see the wall in your house, even the wall in your house is very big. The wall is very big, but the color of the wall maybe is white color, whatever. So you see the wall all the time, so it's not impactful to you. So we are talking about the force or impact on consciousness. So it's when the object start to come in until the object disappear, right? Okay, now for this one, if the object, visible object is very clear, so you will have this very great object. Okay, the first one. So this is the one, okay, where it will finish with 7 jhana and retentive, 2 retentive. Okay, now what if the second process? We call it, the first one is very, very great object. Okay, the second one is a great object. Mental process with a great object, Mahanta. Two types of mental process are possible to take with a great object. There are 2 or 3 bhavanga have that pass and there do not arise tadaramana. So these mental processes ending with javana. Okay. So the number 1 ending with tadaramana. This one, number 2, with a great object ending with javana. So the third one, if the object is a small or slight, all right. So 6 types of mental process are possible to run with the small object. They pass from 4 to 9 bhavangas. This mental process ending with uttapana, determination. And then the next one will be mental process very small object, atiparita. Okay, they arise just bhavanga. The very small object makes bhavanga vibrate but do not cease. They do not arise any active minds, viti, chitta. The object of arti parita is very, very weak. There is almost no object. They are just able to make the bhavanga vibrate and go back to bhavanga again. They are called mogawara, zero cause. All right. So you can just refer to this diagram. You will see in a lot of Abhidhamma book. This diagram shows that when the object is very great, this means it's very impactful. And when the object is just great, or when the object is very slight or parita, not so, just now translates the word small. It's just slight, not so impactful. And this very, very slight means not impactful at all. So when the first one is very, very great, atip mahanta, so it will finish with this retentive or tadaramana. So this one, this kind of process we call it ending with retentive tadaramana. So if it's great, it's just finished with jawana, right? So the third one, slight ending with determination, uttapana. And the last one, very slight ending with zero moga, right? So how to see this? You have to see the process here. Because at most, you need to have a 17 of them. So if the object is so impactful, it will finish with 7 jawana and 2 this tadaramana retentive. But when the object is just a great mahanta, you can see the past bhavanga are 2. There are 2 past bhavanga. So this only one. So the 2 past bhavanga. So the process number 3 has 3 past bhavanga. So because of that, it push forward until there's no chance for the tadaramana retentive to arise. So tadaramana need to arise, appear twice. Okay. Here you can see the process number 2. There's only one chance for the tadaramana. So it cannot arise only once. It must arise twice. That's why here instead of a retentive, it just finished with bhavanga. Remember, bhavanga occurs almost all the time. It just continue the life. So there's no retentive. So you can just here must put the bhavanga. So the next one, number 3. So there are 3 bawanga. So it push all the way. So there will be 7 jawana. So this kind of process is called ending with jawana. All right. So when the object is slight, not so impactful, so you can see the bawanga process number 4 has 4 bawanga. So it push all the way, but jawana cannot arise. Why? Because jawanas must appear 7 times. So here no jawana will arise. So there's only 4 bawanga. So process number 5, there's only 3 bawanga. Process number 6, 2 bawanga. Process number 7, there's only 1 bawanga at the end. All right. So instead of jawana, only bawanga appear. And this process will have either tree determination, or the last one, the process number 9, has 2 determination. So this process is called ending with watapana, determinating. Right. All these are theory. In fact, we cannot see this at all. All right. So you just remember the process is get on push more. So finally, when the object is very small, there are so many pass bawanga. So you only have vibrating bawanga. Okay, there's only appear twice and twice and twice. So then this process will explain number 10, 11 to 15. So there's nothing will happen except the bawanga will vibrating 2 times. Okay. So you can see I put the English down there already because it's impossible to write the full words. So I just write a very short English. Okay, I think we will stop here. So any last question before we Brother Yap will lead us in the sharing of merits? So how come it's difficult? Today is I don't know what happened. Difficult to look up and down. Yeah. Think something wrong with the mouse. Okay, anyway, you all can refer to this book also yourself. Yeah. Which page? Huh? Okay, it's today difficult for me to do a search. All right. Okay. Any questions? So you all just study by yourself, and remember just now I said that one. Please modify the changes if you print out. Okay, the one I highlight in yellow. Right. So these are 29 Jawan. Please change it. Okay. All right. So now we actually you notice that we don't study so much on numbers. Only few numbers we study here. But if you go for intermediate level, you need to remember all these numbers. Now its basic level is more for understanding the Dhamma, and then see how much Abhidhamma we can apply in our daily life. That's why I only put very limited numbers. Intermediate level will be have lots of numbers. You can see all the comprehensive manual of Abhidhamma. They are full of charts and numbers. And in our university, we do really study all this. So if any of you got time, if you want to study Abhidhamma or Pali, come to my university. But you must be under 45 years. So if you're under 45 years, you still can have chance to come to my university to study. All right. Okay. So no question. So brother.
Got one question,
Okay. Yes.
but this is on the test. The test only got 4 chapters. That means we exclude the dependent origination.
You want I can put inside lah.
No, I mean that one we will have another test, is it?
Yeah. Next year.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's good to have different tests. So tests are actually quite useful because it forces your mind to remember it. Because if we just study and you never memorize it, also not good. Because if you tell people you're Abhidhamma student and they will ask you certain question, 89 Chitta, 52 Cetasika, you know, you minimally all should be able to explain something to other people, right? Can we invite Brother Yap to join in to lead the chanting? Yes. Okay. Brother Yap? Yes. Can you see, Brother Yap?
Saiji, do I
Yes.
need to read the English one?
Yes, better. Okay. Yeah, all
Okay.
right. I will help you to scroll up and down, all right? Okay.
Okay. Sharing of merits. Sharing merits with all beings. Imang no punya bagang sabba satanang dema. Imang no punya bagang sabba satanang dema. Imang no punya bagang sabba satamang dema. We share this merit with all sentient beings. May they obtain this merit and always be well and happy. Sharing of merits to the departed one. Idang no nyati nang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Idang no nyati nang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Idang no nyati nang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Let this merit go to our relative. May our relative be happy. Akasatta Chabummata Deva Naga Mahidika Punyantang Anumoditwa Chikrang Rakantu Sasanang. May all beings inhabiting space and earth, devas and nagas, dragon of mighty powers, having shared these merits, wrong protect the dispensation of the Buddha. Akasatta Chabumatta Deva Naga Mahidika Punyantang Anumoditwa Chikrang Rakantu Desanang. May all beings inhabiting space and earth, devas and nagas, dragon of mighty powers, having shared these merits, long protect the teaching of the Buddha. Akasatta Chabumatta Deva Naga Mahidika Punyantang Anumoditwa Chikrang Rakantu Mang Paranti. May all beings inhabiting space and earth, devas and nagas, dragon of mighty powers, having shared these merits, long protect me and others. Blessing. Ayuraroga sampatti, sagga sampatti mevacha, atto nibbana sampatti, iminate samicchatu. Longevity, good health, a rebirth in the heaven, and the attainment of nibbana. May you achieve this by this merit. Blessing to the world. Devo vassatu kalena sassa sampatti hotu cha pito bhavatu loko cha raja bhavatu dhammiko. May the rain fall at suitable times. May the crop be abundant. May the world be prosperous. May the king be righteous. Patana, aspiration. Adda imaya patipadaya jaramara namha parimutchi sami idang me punyang asavakaya vahang hotu idang me punyang nibanasapatsayo hotu idang me silang maggapala nyanasapatsayo hotu. Indeed, by this mental training practice, I shall surely be free from aging, sickness, and death. By my marriage, may I eradicate all defilements. May my marriage be conducive to the attainment of Nibbana. May my observance of morality be a condition to attain path and precious knowledge. Imina punya kamena mame bala samagamo satang samagamo hotu yawa nibbana patiya. By this merit that I have acquired, may I never meet foolish, wicked person. May I meet the wise and virtuous person until I attain nibbana, ultimate peace and happiness. Buddha sasanang cirang titatu. Buddha sasanang cirang titatu. Buddha sasanang cirang titatu. May the Buddha dispensation, teaching last long. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you, Brother Yap, for leading the sharing of merits. So next week, who want to volunteer? Okay. How about Brother King? Where is Brother King? Brother King?
Okay.
Okay, all right. Yeah, it's okay. So everybody take turns, all right? Okay, so it's good to share merits and also good to make aspiration, because when we learn Pali Abhidhamma, so we dedicate our merits and to others, and also dedicate for our parami also for the fulfillment to reach Nibbana. Now, of course, you all are in Malaysia. Life is so comfortable. You don't see the suffering much. But if you are born in a very poor place, now in Myanmar or many parts of the country in like Africa,